Muévete en el espejo. Muévete en el espejo. Enamórate del. Cuz, why do you complain that I'm doing it slow? You don't even help me. What are the tags for the video? Let's see. Video director.
Hashtag?
Yeah.
Why don't you just create one and copy and paste it every time?
Because you can't do that for YouTube. YouTube, you have to press space after each one. Because if you just paste it, it'll just be one long one. I don't know. It's kind of weak. But I think it helps so that there's no bots, you know? That's what it's sounding like. Or something. I don't know. Okay, I just have to put the little tags for this video. But I can get started. What video director, music, video, podcast. Okay, my phone's on 13%. I don't have a lot today. Hopefully we can finish pretty fast. Last week it's actually, last week's video was actually like the one that did the best out of all of the episodes that I've done by myself. And I think it's because I used hashtags when I uploaded it to YouTube. And right now, like, crypto's trending, meme coins are trending. And maybe like the Jay Shetty headline too. People, because I saw like a comment. Honestly, when I saw that comment, I was so embarrassed because I felt like I didn't give it like a proper explanation how I felt about the situation, because there was such a huge damper on the news last week because of the TikTok ban. Like, I didn't even want to talk about the TikTok ban, but all of the I felt like all the news got eclipsed by the TikTok ban, which was kind of lame, but that's just what happens. Like, when something big like that drops, like news that they're going to ban TikTok in 6 months. So I do have some notes that I had from last week, and then like the whole Jay Shetty situation that I feel like I didn't really get to express is that he's somebody in the spiritual community, and he was like a huge mental health advocate, and it looks bad on the entire industry when somebody fucks up that bad. When somebody's a fraud, then it just kind of makes the entire industry look kind of faulty, you know, which is already like a pretty I don't know what you would call it, like fickle industry, because they're like, I don't know, spiritual advisors or spiritual people. Like, you don't really know what they're talking about, especially if they don't follow a specific doctrine. With him, he was like, oh, he was a monk or something, right? But regardless, he got caught in a lie, and to this day, he hasn't cleared up any rumors. Like, he's just going on with his life normally, which is interesting because we're gonna see if cancel culture is real or not. Like, we're gonna see if he's really gonna get canceled. But that happened, and then so yeah, we didn't really get to talk about stuff, but then I'm glad some of it came up again. So the Willy Wonka experience, I know everyone has seen the Willy Wonka experience online. You guys have seen that, right? You've seen it, right? So basically, this guy in Scotland decided that he wanted to create a Willy Wonka, like, interactive, immersive experience. And something happened where the equipment was late, and then they rented a venue that was way too big for the actual event. And it was so janky, bro. It was literally like a plastic like poster of like a big lollipop, and then his actors like that were, I guess, like tending to the event. Literally, I feel like he got them on Craigslist. And then apparently their lines were like really generic, and people were saying that it sounded like something off ChatGPT. Then he said that he did use AI for the lines, but it just looked like a disaster. And honestly, I would see it online and be like, what the fuck is this? Like, the girl with the silver mask and then the crazy hair, and she was supposed to be the unknown. And it's like, what is the unknown in Willy Wonka? I don't even remember seeing the unknown, right? I feel like it was just some made up character. And she's wearing like this crazy silver mask, and then her hair's hella frizzy. Her hair's all frizzy, is like sticking out of the mask. My friend Anna was like, that's her real hair, and now it's part of the costume. So I guess when there's like people dressed up as the Willy Wonka unknown Scotland experience, they're gonna have her hair. So he came out, the guy who made the exhibit, he came out on March 19th, and he basically was like, I fucked up. The article is so funny. Pobrecito, I feel bad for him. He's like, my life is ruined. I've lost my friends. I don't know if he said he's lost his family, but like it ruined his family. He's gotten so much hate, like so many hate messages sent to him because he fucked up. Like, it was such a disaster. It was such a disaster. He said, I feel bad for him. Pobrecito. He said, in the article, he said he was sick to the pit of his tummy. Oh. But basically, yeah, he said the equipment was late and stuff like that. Okay, the funniest part was the kids would go in there and like see it, and then they would be scared of the characters at times, and then the parents would be laughing. The parents would be laughing at the kids. It was so funny. And I honestly, every time I would see it, I'd be like, what is this? What is this? And I like didn't really understand what it was. But then I guess now it makes sense because it's in Scotland. So we didn't get like the full story. And then now he's coming out. He's talking about it, the guy. I feel bad for him. He said it's ruined his life. I feel that's terrible. I can't wait to see like how it develops. But I don't think, or like, I can't wait to see the Halloween costumes from it.
Or the movie they make from it.
Or the documentary they make from it. That'd be a good documentary to watch. I will watch that documentary 10 out of 10. But there's a really good article he did with E! News, and he basically breaks it down and like apologizes and stuff. So that was funny. And we didn't really get to talk about that because of the TikTok ban. And something else is Gypsy Rose deleted her Instagram at 7 million followers. So Gypsy Rose is not online anymore, which I wasn't expecting because remember she's like, I'm on a high right now. What was her? And she's like, can't let these haters get me down, right? She was like super juiced to be out of jail and stuff like that. But I guess she went on this interview once. Somebody had made TikToks about this. I need to find the creator who made the TikTok about it. But she said that Gypsy Rose was on thin ice because basically when she went to court, I don't know if she pleaded guilty and they let her out. Basically, when she went to court, she admitted to the crime, that she had set this guy up to murder her mom. And part of her getting released from jail is that she understood that she did something wrong and that she was at fault. And that's why she served jail time and stuff like that. But she did go on this interview and she was like, I'm not a murderer. And she was basically like releasing herself from fault of the crime. And that could land her back in jail, basically. Because it would be like she was lying on the stand or something, right? Like if she goes back on her word. Like if she says something on the stand and they...
Once a verdict, you know what I mean? Once you're free, you're free. She did her jail time.
But isn't she on parole or something? Isn't she on probation? Like
that's crazy, like your fault being one of your conditions of parole. I mean, parole is like actually doing crimes, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they can bring that back. I don't know.
because if you say something on the stand and then you take it back in an interview on national TV.
Yeah, I guess, you know what I mean?
I don't know. But I feel like that was kind of why she decided to get offline. So she actually, I feel like she's just trying to play it cool. And she's trying to take accountability. And I think she did put out a statement that was like, I don't want to get in trouble. And it sounded like she was just having too much fun online. She's just like, living my best life. I think she's still having a great time. And she said the D is fire, so I'm sure she's keeping herself busy. She doesn't need to be. She has more fun things to do than be on Instagram. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she had her little 15 minutes of fame, you know? Like, I'm sure she's not over it because she's a young girl. Like, she should be at the club. But she's been through a lot. So I'm guessing she's probably just, like, ready to just lay down, you know? When I think about her and everything she's been through, I would just want to lay down. I wouldn't really want to be, like, on TV and stuff like that. But I think she did like being famous. Even when she was doing all her press runs, people are like, this girl is evil. Like, I don't know how you guys can turn her into a celebrity. And I don't know why you guys are like looking up to her. She killed her mom. And then somebody made a good point, and it was like, she was always famous because her mom would put her in like Save-A-Wish foundations and stuff like that, right? Like, her mom would, like, build her up to be this sick kid, and she would be on TV, and she had all this attention from her friends and family. So I think that was just something normal for her to be, like, in the public eye and be exposed to a lot of people. I think for her that was, like, the peak of that. And then 7 million followers, and then she was like, okay, that's enough Instagram. This one is so funny. Okay, so there's these kids in Houston, and they got caught robbing a bank, and they were identified as ages 16, 12, and 11, and they robbed the bank in Houston. Isn't that crazy? And then their parents turned them in. The parents of 2 children who are accused of being involved in a Houston bank robbery turned them into the authorities. Apparently, the 3 young boys passed a threatening note to the teller at Wells Fargo. If I was that teller, I'd be like, boy, if you don't get your little stinky, grubby ass out of here.
Mooney. It was all spelled wrong. It's like Mooney.
So funny. They believed to be armed and got away with an undisclosed amount of cash. What kind of little rascal shit is this? Like, did they show up to the bank in like a trench coat, one standing on the shoulders of another one? Like, how did they pull? There's pictures of them at the bank. And then apparently, once the surveillance photos were released, the sheriffs say the tips started coming in. Damn, the hell is snitches. Their names have not been released. And obviously, if they get, once like they find out who it is, they'll go to juvie. But I just thought that was so funny. 2 of the boys
They get a press tour when they get out.
They're too little. 16, 11, and 12. That's crazy. Like, what kind of... That's like a movie or something. That's so funny. It says 2 of the boys' parents came forward and turned their sons into authorities. I just can't believe this. Like, you're like, oh, I can't go to work because my stupid ass son robbed the bank, and now I gotta take him to the fucking police station. He's like, damn it. They had an important presentation at work that you can't make because your kid robbed the bank. That's hella funny. I'm sorry. This is beyond like an iPad kid. Like, this is beyond like you can't read and you don't know what shapes. Like, this is crazy. This is insane. I can't believe this. They Googled how to rob a bank. It's like, pass the teller a note. The sheriff's office says they recovered a weapon and distinctive item pictured in one of the surveillance photos. The boys are charged with robbery by threat. If convicted, they could face probation or juvenile prison. Said you would certainly want to have someone learn about these consequences before they're an adult. I don't know. I feel like when you're a kid, like, todo se te hace fácil, you know? Like, they were like, oh, nothing bad's gonna happen. Like, they'll never catch us. They went in there with no mask, nothing, in their little outfit. Like, just their little 12-year-old outfit. Just gonna go rob the bank. Just like a fun little activity for the day. That's crazy. I don't know. Whatever. This is why I don't have kids, because you just never know what's coming out.
They gonna be robbing banks.
Maybe worse. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's funny. It's not funny, but I feel like when I was little, I would do random stuff, and I thought that like wouldn't be a repercussion for it. Like I remember when I was really little, my mom's house, like where we lived when I was in Mexico, the roof in the kitchen had caved in and it fell. So like my house was a construction zone basically. And my mom was like, don't go back there, because there was a ladder and you could climb the ladder onto the roof and then you could see the hole. And they were up there fixing it. And my mom would be like, don't go out there. Whatever you do, don't go out there. Me and my brother was really little. And then for some reason, I don't really remember a lot of my childhood, but for some reason that is very clear to me. And mind you, I was like 3 years old. And I remember I climbed the ladder. I climbed the ladder all the way to the top, and I stood at the hole. And mind you, I'm 3 years old, right? So I'm like this big. And then I remember looking in the hole and being like, if I jump, I can definitely land on my feet. And like that was my little mindset. And thank God I didn't jump. But I remember that day that I climbed the ladder, I guess my mom, maybe I was like suspiciously quiet or something, but my mom came to find me. And I remember my mom had my brother in her arm. And then she put my brother on the floor and she climbed the ladder and she got me down and she whooped me with the hose. She whooped me with the garden hose when I was 3 years old. So that was crazy. But that's how I feel like little kids, they just have like extraordinary ideas. Right? Like they're like, rob a bank, fearless. Nothing bad's going to happen. You're not going to go to jail. Or like that kid that Noah was showing us, how the kid like robbed the person's Lamborghini. And he was like, the guy was like, they would see him riding around in it. Like, how do you even think that far? Like, I'm gonna rob this person's car and drive around in it. I don't know. Crazy kids. That's all I have. But we can talk about our last season, because this is our last episode this season. We're all done. We're all done with season 1, and we're getting ready for season 2. Season 1 was like a test run, I think. But I think we did pretty well for our test run. I mean, not even a test run, because we didn't even have a plan. Honestly, we still don't have a plan. Honestly, there's still nothing, like, we don't really have a plan. We don't really have schedules. We kind of just go with the flow. This is us just vibing out. But the first season was really fun. I thought that it was like a really interesting learning experience, because I feel like I'm comfortable talking. Like, I'm pretty comfortable talking in front of a crowd. I'm pretty comfortable talking like in front of my phone or like posting myself. I'm pretty comfortable with the sound of my voice. Like, I know there's people that don't like how they sound on video. I personally have overcome that. So I don't have a problem. But then when we would interview people, like especially in the very beginning, I felt so nervous. And then I feel like since I was nervous, I would make them nervous too. And then they would be so stuck. And then it would just be like a really awkward conversation. But then I also realized how people don't know how to talk, or like they don't know how to have a conversation, or they don't know how to push through the awkwardness and stuff like that. So it was a good learning experience. I think we made cool friends this season. And we made a lot of new friends. I think one of my favorite parts was connecting with DJ Hernandez, because now I have a new friend in Texas. Maybe he knows the kids who robbed the bank. I'm just kidding. I'm sure he doesn't. But now I have a new friend in Texas, and I see the people like in the likes and stuff that are from all over the country that followed us from our Duende clip. So it's really cool just to see like people still interacting and supporting us.
All the dope people, they were on here.
All the dope people. I want to do more live music, huh? Get more people to perform.
Yeah.
obviously next season, I feel like I already said this in the last episode we did, but I'm really interested in like talking to more crypto people. I think that's one of my goals for 2024 is just like really establishing the crypto community that I can connect with and have access to and build myself. But I think the more that I look into it and like talk to people about it, one of my main goals is really connecting like how the music and the media goes hand in hand with the crypto, especially this run where NFTs aren't at the forefront of the run as they were the last run. I feel like the last run, it was like mostly NFTs and ETH. And then this run is not that anymore. But there's other ways, obviously. Today somebody hit me and he was like, it's this guy who I used to buy shoes from. And he told me that he's planning to do like hold on, let me pull up the message because I thought it was such a cool idea. I'd be bullshitting on Instagram. I'd be bullshitting on Instagram so bad. Today I told you, or yesterday I posted that I was psychic. And then that guy's like, what's my favorite ice cream? And I guess like on the first try. And then I have hella DMs like, what's mine? I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm not a circus. Can't just come over here and ask me to use my psychic powers. But anyways, this guy, he said that he's working on, hold on. He said, I'm in the process of starting this crypto clothing brand reward system app. I've been thinking about who my users would be, and I would need people that already know how to work certain apps because I don't know if I want to teach that's how to work. So people are already like pretty active that I know. And then another thing is just teaching people same pace that I'm learning. So what I'm learning is Twitter degen culture mostly because that's what I do. I just go on Twitter and read the tweets and see which coins people are buying into or like which coins are successful right now, mostly on Solana. And then just see what everybody else is up to, honestly. I'm just trying to connect more with real people and like gauge the community and stuff like that. I feel like I had more notes, but I guess I don't. But that's all that I'm really looking forward to. Definitely more live music and then just see what else people got going on. Like how Eddie Chapo's like, I shoot music videos, but I'm going to do a perfume. Or what did he do? He said cologne. He's like, I'm looking at molds for my new cologne. So I hope in 2024 more people venture out into new things. Hopefully there's more money. I know there's no more money in music. All that money's gone. But hopefully people are like branching out and coming up with new ways to make money for their music. I think crypto is a great way for that. Yeah.
That's you?
Yeah, that's my song. That's a song I made with Will, actually.
Yeah, I was asking, so if I'm like, what is she saying? It sounds dope.
I'm trying to get that DJ to make me a Tribal remix, so I hope he makes it. I know he's been like kind of, he's having a hard time right now because somebody hacked him and like took all his music down, so fuck whoever did that. And I hope that he gets it figured out, but yeah, that's me in the beginning of the song, or in the beginning of the podcast. What about you, Jay? What do you think? What are you looking forward to for next season?
The crypto.
The crypto? Yeah.
We need to get back into it. 'Cause we was, remember, like in 2020, we was all into it. And then kind of stopped, and now we gotta bounce back.
It's cool because we have like a lot of resources for the crypto. I'm really excited to meet Andrew's friends, and I have more friends too that are like trading and stuff like that. So I think that like, there's gonna be a lot of tools that we get access to and like insider stuff, you know? that people are doing. I feel like it's so loud on Twitter and people are like yelling into the void, but it's cool to like be in the personal conversations people are having about crypto and like being really honest about how it can impact your life as somebody that maybe doesn't have a lot of cash, like a lot of liquid money in your life. Maybe if you have assets or you're planning your next bag, but you don't have it right now, that's a good way to have access to more liquid cash, liquid money. Also for next season, I'm really excited to bring tarot into the mix. I've been reading more tarot recently. Like people have been hitting me up for readings and I've been just doing it on my own, like trying to be consistent in my practice. And for the first season, that's not something that we did. But in the next season, I'm really excited. And we have my friends from Trece Lunas coming next season to talk about their practice. So we're going to have a lot of cool conversations about that. But yeah, for now, that's the only plan. We don't really have plans. we don't really make plans around here. That is gonna be the witch. Like what?
We plan to not make plans.
We plan like, can you guys shoot right now in 2 hours? And then they're like, yeah. And then they'll be like, all right, I guess.
Sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's a week.
But we've been really consistent, actually.
It's a vibe.
Let's talk about Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I feel like that's a good conversation because, first of all, Instagram is dead. I feel like Instagram is the fucking feds. You can't post nothing on there. Whenever people are like, want to talk about how censored Instagram is, this is my personal story, okay? 2 years ago, I went to Starbucks and there was a fine ass cowboy in the Starbucks. And we were like looking at each other, but he didn't talk to me. And then I left because I got shy. So I took my drink and I left. And then when I got in the car to leave, I made a post on my Instagram story. So mind you, like on my Instagram story, I'm constantly like just bantering and talking shit, all the things. And that day I made a story and the text said, I don't like white men, but I just saw a fine ass cowboy at the Starbucks. And then why Instagram took my post down, literally because it said, I don't like white men. And I'm like, what if I had said, I don't like brown men or I don't like black men? Would I still have taken my post down? Or was it because I said, I don't like white men? So I feel like you really see like the level of restrictions and what do you call that? When they don't let you post stuff?
You took it down and you said a fine ass cowboy.
It was not because I said a fine ass cowboy. I said I don't like white men. But whatever. They took my post down and then I realized how censored Instagram is and I feel like it's broken a little bit. I don't know. I try to do research. I feel like nothing online tells you what the algorithm is. I know that there's algorithmic updates like once in a while, but I don't even think that those things are real. Like, I don't even think that... I don't know, because who is to say? Isn't everybody's page different, Jay?
Everybody's page? Like the algorithm?
Yeah, like, isn't everybody's algorithm different?
Yeah.
So there's no, like, general advice you can give. Like, post every day at 12. Because who the fuck is to say? Remember we used to post... Back then, when we first started, we used to post, like, once a week or something like that. Like, we were hella inconsistent with our posts. We didn't really even use hashtags that much. And I feel like Instagram pushed our video because we were a new page and they want you on the platform as much as possible. And then once you start posting regularly, I feel like maybe they It depends. Like if you get a lot of traction, obviously they're gonna push your content more. But if like one or two videos don't do well, then all of your analytics go down. And then I feel like you need to stop posting so that it doesn't think that you're posting spam. And then when you start posting again, usually the views and the reach goes back up. Because we have, I don't know, I think we have 2,000 followers. And sometimes I look and it's like the reach is 500 people. Like, how do you only reach like a third of the following? That means this.
That's because of the engagement. So Instagram, how they promote your post is
If people like it
in the first 10 minutes.
in the first 10 minutes.
In the first 10 minutes, they gauge if, okay, maybe 50 people like, okay, this is a good post, so we're going to share it to 50% now of his followers. More than, and then another 30 people like it, they're like, okay, maybe now we share it to 75% of his followers. That's how the algorithm works. It needs engagement for it to show it to other people. If it doesn't get engagement, then it's going to put it on a lower
Tier.
It's not going to show it to nobody else.
But I've seen posts that have a lot of shares and comments and it still doesn't get a lot of reach. So I don't know. That shit is very confusing. I feel like, to be honest, it's just designed to keep you on the app. Like it's just to take your attention. So if you can cause a lot of attention and keep people's attention, I think that's where you win. TikTok is fun because there's so many people on TikTok. Like literally, I feel like the entire world is on TikTok all the time. Like TikTok doesn't care what time you post. You could literally post like yourself like spinning around in your room and go viral. Remember that bowl of strawberries that went viral on TikTok? Did you see it? It was literally just like a bowl of strawberries and it went hella viral. That's kind of like meme tokens right now. It's like the same mindset. It was just like this random thing that goes really viral. So I feel like there's so many challenges in the platforms. YouTube is okay. I don't really understand what happens on YouTube, honestly. Like when I go on there, it's just random numbers. Like one day you'll have 2 views and then the next day you have like 2,000 views. And then I just feel like it's little elves in there, like just computing the numbers. I don't know. I don't know what happens on there. And that's like another place where it's like so vast on YouTube that you just don't know. But I think YouTube has a better way of studying algorithm than any other one of the apps. And then TikTok, obviously, they're just waiting for that viral moment. So I really want to learn. Maybe I'll do like a certification on social media. Because I understand marketing, but not really algorithms. Algorithms is like super, like a mysterious craft to do the algorithmic studies. That's it. That's so crazy. We did one whole season. How many episodes? How many episodes do we have? Tomorrow's the 14th episode, or today will be the 14th episode. It's springtime 2024. Ooh, ooh. I can't wait for summer. I can't wait to see everyone's summer outfits. And I can't wait for everybody to have their summer boyfriends and girlfriends this year. Hopefully, you guys make a lot of crypto money and you could take me out for drinks in the summertime. That's what I'm looking forward to the most summer because everybody has crypto money now. Every time I go out, like San Francisco, Oakland is so dry and I know it's because people don't have money. So hopefully people are out making crypto so that we could turn up the businesses this summer, start new businesses, shop from your local businesses, put your money where it belongs, you know? Everyone who's coming to do an interview next season, pónganse las pinches pilas. Because literally the beginning when we would first interview people, they'd be like, like, bruh, you're not making it easier for me because I'm already so fucking scared. But I'm not scared no more. I'm turning up on you guys. Watch when the next person comes. I can't. Actually, I'm really excited to interview the guys from Better Discipline Podcast because I feel like they have this really serious show. And I'm about to ask them hella funny stuff. And I'm about to ask Andrew hella funny stuff. Okay, maybe you think Andrew will see this? Yeah, maybe, huh? I want to ask him funny stuff. He's always talking shit about girls on his, damn, I should be screenshotting so I could be like, what did you mean when you said? I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start screenshotting tweets and Instagram stories where you guys tell on yourselves. So if you're coming, just know that I'm going to have it like Anwar. I'm going to have it ready for you. So go, if you have an interview coming up, go in front of the mirror and study your lines. Don't come in here scared because we're just going to laugh at you. You know what I was going to wear today just for old time's sake? My pink Crocs. The first time I came over here to shoot, right? They were like, we're just doing test shoots. And that day I had a call and I was already so stressed out because I had to be on this call. And I was like, I don't know, I was in a bad situation during that time. I had a lot going on during that time. So they're like, we're going to do test shoots, like to test the lights and stuff. And I was like, all right. And I came and it was my day off work. So I was wearing the rattiest outfit ever. I literally had no socks on, bitch. I literally had no socks on. I was literally wearing like a leopard print leggings that were like to here. And like this ratty ass shirt from like the 1900s. And no socks and my Crocs. And as soon as I walked in, Will looked at my shoes. Will looked at my shoes and he was like so annoyed. I was like, fuck, what's going on in here? So then I sat down to test shoot. And it was not a test shoot because I actually posted it and I looked so molded and scared. But I've come a long way from then. Another good memory was when I was like, okay, I'm coming at 9 at night. We usually shoot like in the daytime, right? We usually shoot like the beginning of the day, maybe like 12 to 2, or like in the evenings, like 4 to 6, we'll shoot. But then I had to work and we had run out of clips, right? So then I was like, okay, fuck it. Let's just shoot like at night when I'm done with work. So when I come here at 9 and it's hella late, Will's done with his day. You could just see it on his face. And his ponytail was all loose. His ponytail was all loose and he just looked fucking whooped. And then I remember I could feel the vibes, like it wasn't going to work that night. And I think that night we only used one clip, which was about the ajolotes. And then the whole rest of the shit got scrapped. The 9 p.m. episode did not go well. That's so funny. We got to find all those old videos. Now it's more, now we have a better handle on the times and stuff like that. But I'm excited for next season. Thank you, everybody who tuned in this season. Thank you to my friends who watched the episodes and text me, and everybody who's called me and DM'd me to congratulate me. I would love to have more people here while we're shooting and have it be a more dynamic conversation. Thank you to Jay and thank you to Will and Chewy for always setting up the lights. We're excited for next season.
Bye, motherfucker.
See you later. Enough. Muévete en el espejo, enamórate del